talking about creating a results system. Please help me bring to the stage our DVM from the mighty Rocky Mountain Division, Mr. Drew Frank.
All right. What if this SLC meant the rest of your life? What if I could guarantee you that if you invested your heart and soul and every fiber of your body into the next 3 days, that you would never stress about finances ever again in your entire life? It's an honor and a privilege to be on this stage. There's an elephant in the room, and I need to get out of the way. I am a builder merchant. I care enough about people to get them gifts, but I don't have the time to attach a card. I just sign the bag. Builder or not, we all want fast results. It's frustrating when we don't get the results that we want. My message today is about systems for results. Last year, I talked about my metrics. I talked about simple ways to get business. This year is about the philosophy behind it. This is the prequel of last year's message. Hopefully, by the end of this message, you'll be able to innovate and create your own metrics. These concepts can be applied to all of our businesses, any personality, any CVI score, any management style. I'm not asking you to adopt my metrics, my style, or my programs. I'm asking you to look at your business and question it in a positive way. Is what I'm doing right now making sense? Some of the things that I see in some organizations, I look at and I think, in what universe does that make sense? On what planet will that action or that program get the results that you are looking for? So I question things in a positive way. So what does a system look like? We got two of us working on this. Mike Monroe taught me that systems are sustainable. They're duplicable. They are plug and play, and they don't need a specific person to run them. This summer, unfortunately, in the beginning of June, I lost my pilot sales manager, but there was a system in place where others could step up to the challenge. The next 2 weeks did 130 and 130 back to back. Systems in place. Systems need to be tangible. They need to be easy to teach and understand. They need to be simple and focus on the desired result. This is what we do, this is how we do it, and this is why we do it. To create a system of results, we need 4 things: a desired result, a simple focus, a culture of complete buy-in, and a culture of recognition and appreciation. So what is a desired result? What does that mean? Activity without a desired result is a program. Activity with a desired result is a system. Desired result is a driving force. When you know what you want, what you need, everything you think about, talk about, and dream about drives towards that desired result. A few years ago, I got frustrated. I was working really hard, putting in a lot of time and energy, developing programs, writing documents, getting technical and detailed. I was perfecting things, but I wasn't getting the results I wanted, the results I felt like I deserved. Some of you can relate. We've been there. I realized that I was busy but not effective. I was always thinking, but I was thinking about the wrong stuff. I was driving activity, but the wrong activity. I was frustrated. There were parts of my business that I didn't enjoy. I was getting the same poor results over and over, and it was frustrating. So I started questioning everything in a positive way. Thanks to Carl Gedris, I became a business executive. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? And what will this produce? Am I doing this just because it's the way it's always been done? There were so many programs that I looked at and I said, why? Why am I doing this? Does this create the result that I want? Think about the desired result of training. In my mind, and again, I'm not preaching my metrics or my programs or what I want, because it's all about what you want in your business. But what I want out of training is CPO. Some of you might relate to that. I want sales. I want demos. The desired result of training for me is producing more demos. So in some organizations, and in my organization in past years, I left the most important parts of training to chance. The names list, people to call, phoning, demos. The only two things that really generate demos, people to call and phone calls, I left to chance. Go home, make your calls. Go home, work on your assignment. What was I doing the rest of training? My desired result of training is to produce demos, so I want to be in control. I want the influence, so I changed my thinking. Whatever desired result I wanted, I took control of. I wanted my finger on the pulse. So now everything in my training for 3 days is geared towards demo generation, because that's all that matters. Obviously, we're going to create a cool environment. We're going to get people tied in and talk about their future. But the desired result is demos. It was time to start taking ownership, thinking like a business owner. I started getting specific. What exactly did I want? What is the purpose of this event, this activity, or this section of training? I figured out my desired results. I got total clarity. I cut the fluff. I created metrics, created conversations, created a culture of results. Every program, event, metric, and system drives towards what I want. Is what I'm doing right now getting me closer or further away from my desired result? What is it that you want? More demos, more first weekend pop, better development, more startup. Everything that we want, we can create. We just have to know what we want. We are business owners. We are capable of incredible things. We're capable of creating culture and environment to get the results that we want. The first key is knowing what you want. When you have a desired result, you can create a system around it. What's the desired result of my team meeting? Demos. Demos. That's the only desired result of my team meeting. Yeah, I want to teach some stuff, but I want demos. How do you create demos? Give them phone time. Why are people going to want to make phone calls? Because they feel good. So my team meeting agenda is recognition and phone jam. I don't even have an agenda, because what matters to me is making people feel great and getting them demos. So what's the desired result of your programs? What's the desired result of every single activity, every single moment of your day? And when you're focused on results, it gives you a reason to work hard every day, but putting your mind and your focus into things that produce results. And that's inspiring. That's when you don't lose energy. That's when you don't feel burned out. That's when you feel ready to take on the world, where everything you're doing is creating results. I love CPO. I love it. I want it every single day. Every minute of every day, I want CPO. So that's my desired result. I think about it constantly, and all of my programs, all of my ideas, all of my conversations drive towards that. Some of the things we do in our business take away from CPO. So is what I'm doing right now creating CPO? Is what I'm doing right now limiting my potential CPO? What does my namesless assignment look like? Is it go home and get 25 names and numbers just so you can sell a bunch this weekend, and then next week I'm going to say peace? Or is it driving towards 100 names and numbers, because not only do I want you to succeed this weekend and in your fast start, but I want you to be here long term? I don't have the highest first weekend pop. I don't have the highest fast start productivity, as you saw in the email that was sent out earlier this week. But I did have over 3,000 productivity this summer with 300 recruits. What do I want? What's my desired result? Longevity, retention, and CPO. Be honest with yourself. Is this conducive to me achieving my goal? My desired results might be different than your desired results, and that's okay. I'm not trying to tell you what you need to want, but I want to teach you about this system. Next part is simple focus. Mike Muriel gave me the gift of simplicity. A couple of years ago, I was at Roundtable with several of you in this room at Western Region Roundtable, and Mike Muriel just came off of a $587,000 July and 623 10K push winners. It's a little bit of an exaggeration. Not the 587 part. Biggest push week in the history of the universe. And we asked him, how did you do it? And he said, 40 demos, champions finish strong. I remember Wes Goddard and I sitting there, Madrid, Cassetta, Angie, and we're like, there's got to be more. What else? And he says, with that confident smile that you know of Mike Muriel, I don't know what else to tell you. It was so frustrating. I was about to jump out of my skin. That's it, 40 demos, champions finish strong, no fluff, no motivational, inspirational speeches where reps lie down and stare at the ceiling and talk themselves into selling 10K. You've got to be doing something else. He was so confident, unwavering conviction in his program. What if our entire business could be that simple? We overthink, we overcomplicate, we overanalyze. Life is so much better when you stop overanalyzing. My mission was to create a simple focus for every desired result. This is what I want. How do I get it? I started simplifying. I deleted thousands of documents. I cut all the programs and I turned everything into a one-page PDF system. 16 of those systems are in your flash drive. No secrets, right, Bruce? Is what I'm doing right now, teaching right now, talking about right now, getting me closer to my desired result? You know, I think about a PC. Why do reps sell? Some of you remember this from last year. Why do reps sell? They feel good, they have people to call, and they have a plan. That's it. They feel good, people to call, and a plan. So every PC, it's a system of PCs. I used to have 35 documents on how to run a PC. Different days of the week, different times of the year, different parts of somebody's career. PC has 4 parts. Rapport, names list, give a little value, come up with a schedule. That's it. Some of our best reps this summer came from assistant managers because there's a system of PCs. It doesn't have to be me. It doesn't have to be my pilot manager. It doesn't even have to be a good sales manager. Out of the 27 reps that hit $10,000 in sales this summer in my office, half of them came from teams of assistant managers. Out of the 5 10K fast starters that we had, 3 of them were not on my personal team. Systems for PCs. I think about goal setting. We cut goal setting, cut the number crunching. It takes 6 or 7 demos for every $1,000 in sales. $1,000 in sales, $250 average order, that's 4 sales divided by 60%, that's 6 or 7 demos. So a goal-setting PC, if you want to sell $1,000, do 7 demos. If you want to sell $2,000, do 14. There's no more goal setting. It's a simple focus. And I apologize on the front end. I said, err on the side of caution. And if you beat the averages, you can blame me for making too much money. But focus on the basics. It's a numbers game. When you go simple, everyone has confidence they can do it. There's belief, there's excitement. Then it's all about working the system. There's no more thinking, no more analyzing, no more making up stories in my head about why things are or are not working. If I do blank, I will get this result. Next is a culture of complete buy-in. The biggest difference between my 2011 and my 2012 was 2011, I had systems in place. 2012, I learned how to create massive buy-in. The most effective way is through a what's in it for them conversation, the why behind the how. Dave Madrid taught me about want to versus need to conversations. Most impactful conversation in my career as a DM, and happened at my first President's Banquet. With a desired result and a simple focus, the how is easy. We just need the why. If somebody needs to do something, there's pressure, there's fear-based management, and there's a conscious and subconscious resistance. If somebody wants to do something, There's internal drive. There's reason. There's belief. There's conviction. There's ownership of their situation. This decision was mine, not because you told me to do it, because I wanted to do it. My problem was I was telling people what they needed to do. No group demos, only Mac or HM3 customers, have to schedule demos 2 hours apart, have to complete this assignment. It was fear-based. There was intimidation. There was no desire. Nobody likes to be told what to do. We are a business of entrepreneurs. Let them make the decisions. Just guide them. What if everything was put in terms of what's in it for them? There's a why. The idea is theirs. Every program, every system, every decision is theirs. Let me give you an example. You can say no group demos. Because I said so, I'm the district manager. No group demos, that's a rule. If you do it, you're not getting paid. That's permissible. It's not beneficial. Option 2, what's in it for them conversation. Here's why it doesn't make sense to do group appointments. Now, we've had reps try them before, but nobody likes to spend money in front of their friends. So if you do a group demo, a lot of people might buy, but it's only going to be something tiny, something small, and you're going to lose the opportunity for big sales. Nobody's going to buy a set. So you might come out with a couple peelers. I don't think anybody in here is going to get excited about a couple peelers. Also, you can't get recommendations when you're doing it in a group setting. So that's why it doesn't make sense to do group demos. Right? Then there's a want to, there's a need. Nobody wants to do group demos because nobody wants to sell peelers. Well, everybody wants to sell peelers. Sorry, Mr. Stitt. Nobody wants to sell only peelers. We give them for free. Every sentence for 3 days creates the why, the want to, a reason to follow the program. There's intrinsic motivation, not extrinsic pressure. You can create any result, any culture by putting things in terms of what's in it for them. What's in it for them conversation allows you to be real, open, transparent, honest, where their experience matches their expectations. Say it with emotion. It's deep and powerful, and you have unwavering conviction, and it's completely for them. You can say anything if you speak from the heart. It's how you say it, sincere, intense, with belief, and completely 100% confident in why you're saying what you're saying. What if the effort you put into this names list assignment would guarantee you financial success and security for the next 3 to 5 years? What if I guarantee you that if you spent 2 to 3 hours tonight working on your list and you came in tomorrow with 100 names and numbers, that you would never stress about finances for the rest of your college career? Now, I can't guarantee that's going to happen, but I can guarantee you that you give yourself a phenomenal opportunity. What if 90 minutes tonight on the phone meant the rest of your life? What if I guaranteed you that if you went home and made 3 hours of phone calls after trading tonight, that you would never stress about money ever again for the rest of your life? Because if you go home and you phone for 3 hours tonight, I can guarantee you're going to set yourself up for a great weekend. Now, if you have a great first weekend, you'll set yourself up on a path towards success, towards 50% in our company. If you make it to 50% in our company, do you think you'll stress about finances during college? No, and you'll graduate debt-free. And with the skills and experience you learn along the way, do you think there's a good chance that you'll get your dream job out of college? Do you think you'll have to stress about finances when you have your dream job? So I know it sounds scary, but what if tonight meant the rest of your life? That's complete buy-in. That's a what's in it for them conversation. How about a lazy rep? Can I be honest with you? I'm nervous about this conversation. The reason why I'm nervous about this conversation is because I don't know how it's going to go. My fear is that you're not going to be here next week because your communication is lacking, you're not doing enough appointments, you're not putting in the effort to get results, and that makes me nervous. The reason why it makes me nervous and I'm scared is because I really like you, and I want you to be around for a long time. I want you to be a big part of our team, but I'm afraid that if things keep on going the way that they're going, you're not going to be here next week. So if you will allow me, I want to enforce a system of forced accountability. Forced accountability where I am allowed to be a complete, total jerk, where I force you to get results, I force you to get on the phone, I force you to get demos set, because if I force you to come to the team meeting, I force you to make phone calls, and I force you to get demos, you're going to make sales, and if you make sales, you're going to make money, and if you make money, you're going to like me, and I want you to like me. Are you in? That's a what's in it for them conversation, completely open with all of your emotion and all of your heart. So let's put these into practice. Let's start with recruiting, the post-screening, the what's in it for them conversation. I have a system for my post-screen. I was frustrated because I was trying to recruit everybody the same way. To get all types of reps to show up, that was my desired result, but the actions that I was doing, what I was saying, just weren't conducive to that result. So let's talk about athletes. I believe, this is the post-screening, I believe anybody can be successful with Cutco. But my favorite reps, my best reps are athletes. Athletes have motivation, they have determination, they never give up, they know how to handle challenges and obstacles. And when you have a bad day, you get up and you fight twice as hard. You were successful in football, and I know because of that success you had in football, you are going to be an outstanding rep on our team. I could see you being here for a long time. I could even see you going into management. So welcome to the team. How about an academic? Anybody can sell Cutco, but what I love about you is you seem like an incredible listener. The wheels are turning. You're probably thinking right now that you're not a salesperson. But during the interview, the wheels were turning. I could see that things were clicking. I know you'll be successful in this job because you will master the fundamentals, you will perfect the skill sets, and you will be one of the top reps on our team. So welcome to the team. How about somebody with lower education? You don't have a degree, lower experience. Anybody can be successful with Cutco, but can I be honest? Based on your resume, your experience, your lack of education, most employers are probably not giving you a shot right now. They're judging you. But you know what? I think you're a good person. I see heart. I am a talent scout, and I judge people based on character, and I know you can be successful. I believe in you. I think you need this job because you need to prove yourself to yourself, your family, your peers, and you need an opportunity where you can really prove yourself. So welcome to the team. Let's talk about systems with reps. And my disclaimer is that these are my metrics. These are my numbers. You can use them, but really understand what your desired result is and don't just convert them if you don't believe in them. Training conversations. Consistency and effort and attitude. My frustrations were that reps would get negative when they had bad results. So here are a couple conversations. You have good days and bad days. As long as you have 2 good days a week, you're going to be a phenomenal rep on our team. A good day is what we call a grand day. A grand day is $1,000 in sales. If you have 2 good days a week, you are one of the elite reps on our team because if you're at 20%, 2 grand days a week, that's $400 in income. That doesn't suck. Now, that means that 5 out of 7 days could be horrible, terrible, awful. So when you have a bad day, how do you react to it? Do you get pissed off and frustrated? Or do you brush it off and say, tomorrow's going to be a great day? Bad days are good things. Your best days come after your worst days. Your biggest sales come after your no sales. So how do you react to a bad day? How do you react to a bad demo? You get excited because your big sales and your big days are around the corner. How to get great at Cutco is through repetition and passion. The best reps in our company, they're the best reps because they've done it 1,000 times and they love Cutco. If you want to be a CSP, if you want to be an FSM, if you want to be at 50%, do the demo 1,000 times and fall in love with Cutco. That's all it takes. The only difference between them and you is time. So now they're thinking, I'm going to stick around for a long time. I'm going to do the basics over and over and over. I'm going to worry about those couple good days and not worry about the bad days. Performance versus results. We judge our reps based on performance, not results. You cannot control your results 100%, but you can control your performance. As long as you work hard every single day in this job and you do all the activities that it takes to be successful, you should feel proud of yourself regardless of the results. Give the job a try. Try it out for 2 weeks. Hey, Cutco's not for everyone. My frustration, though, just so you know, was reps flaking out after their first weekend. I used to have a major problem with reps flaking after their first weekend. Advanced training attendance, awful. Now, advanced training attendance, 95%. Try it out for 2 weeks. Cutco's not for everyone. 80% of the people who try out Cutco absolutely love it. 20% of people who try out Cutco absolutely hate it. And that's okay. The job's not for everyone, but you don't know unless you try it. Try it out for 2 weeks. Make a commitment. Give it everything you have for 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, if you hate it, find another job. If you love it, continue working. The worst thing that can happen is 2 weeks from now, you're in the same position you are now, and that's without a job. No big deal. I'm okay with somebody not wanting to work this job. I'm okay with somebody quitting, but I'm not okay with somebody quitting if they haven't given it a good shot, if they haven't given 100% of their effort, because I don't want anybody to look back with regret. So give it a shot for 2 weeks. If you love it, keep on doing it. If you hate it, find another job. No regrets. Follow the manual. My frustration was that reps sucked at their demo. I was honest. It was real. My desired result is not sucking. First 30 demos, word for word. First 30 demos, word for word. Here's the rule in the office. Let me tell you why you want to follow the manual word for word. The manual is perfect. FSMs, CSPs, this manual is designed by our best managers and our best reps in the company. If you read this manual word for word, you will sound exactly like the top FSMs and top CSPs. In fact, your demo will be better than theirs. If you read it word for word, your demo will be better than theirs. So no eye contact. Now, you might feel weird not making eye contact with your customer, but think about it. Would the customer rather have a smooth, fancy salesperson or the right information? The right information. When you follow the manual word for word, you're creating intense value. Here's the price of Cutco. Here's the value for Cutco when you follow the manual word for word. If you sort of follow the manual, you create about 75% of value. Price is still here. If you follow the manual, value's here, price is here. If you only follow the manual a little bit here and there, price and value are equal. It's hard to make a sale. Now, if you don't follow the manual at all, no chance of making a sale. But if you follow the manual word for word, 100% value. There's a misconception with sales. When you sell a crappy product, you have to make eye contact, right? Salespeople make eye contact. That's if you have a crappy product. Now, with Cutco, we have an incredible product. We don't need to sell it. Product sells itself. In fact, you're an invited guest in their house. If you make too much eye contact, it's high pressure because you're sitting at their kitchen table. The more dorky, nerdy you are, and the more you read it word for word, the more comfortable the customer is. So that's why we don't make any eye contact. Now, eventually, you'll get really good and you'll be able to make eye contact, but for now, just read it word for word. You'll make more sales. That's a what's in it for them conversation. Best 5 demos first weekend. The assignment is show your best 5 customers. Some of you don't have the strongest customer base, but if you show your best 5 customers, you'll make at least your first sale or 2. Most of you have a pretty good customer base. If you show your best 5 customers this weekend, you'll make 3 or 4 sales. You'll probably hit your first promotion, and you'll be feeling really good about the job. And 10% of you have an incredible customer base, and you'll definitely hit your first promotion, if not your second or your third, and you might even break some records in our office. Now, part of that best 5, you want to make sure your first demo is a guaranteed sale. Here's why you want to make sure your first demo is a guaranteed sale. Now, somebody that even if you cut them, they're still going to buy. Guaranteed 100%, without a doubt, they are buying. Here's why. Now, it's not a rule. You're not going to get fired if you don't have a first sale on your first demo, but let me tell you why you want to have a first sale on your first demo. If you have a no sale on your first demo, that's okay. You're not going to be a failure at this job. But if you have a sale on your first demo, think about the excitement, the motivation, and the self-confidence you will gain, and think about what that could do for you. You have that first sale on that first demo, your emotions are high, you're excited, you're fired up, you take that, you hit your first promotion, you're on a path towards 50%, and think about what it can do for you. That self-motivation, it's always easier to push yourself than somebody else pushing you. That's why I want you to have a first sale on your first demo. Waiting on non-Mac or HM3 customers. We can tell reps they can't show a non-Mac or they can't show an HM3 their first week. You can do it. It's your office. It's your business. Now, is that okay? Is that ethical? No, because it's not in the contract. So I'm not telling my reps that they can't show non-Mac customers. I'm not telling my reps that they can't show non-HM3s. But here's the what's in it for them conversation, leading them to make the right decision. Here's why it doesn't make sense to show somebody who is not a Mac or HM3 customer. At this point, if you showed them this weekend, it's going to be a no sale. If you show them this weekend, it's going to be a no sale. You're not experienced enough yet. You haven't done enough demos. Do you think after 10, 15, 20 appointments this week during your fast start, if you show that person, there will be more likelihood that you'll make a sale? Because you have experience, you have confidence, you know the product, and you're good at the demo. So if you show that person too soon, it's going to be a no sale. If you wait until next week, you'll definitely make a sale. You're going to be so good by next week that you'll probably sell them a homemaker set. But if you show them this weekend, it's going to be a no sale. That's why I don't want you to show non-Mac customers, because I don't want you to waste opportunities for sales. It's a what's in it for them conversation. Now they own it. They believe it. That's why they want to show qualified customers. We're going to do a 5-minute discussion group, so rapid fire around your tables. And I want to talk about what is the desired result, what is the simple system, and what's the what's in it conversation for many examples. There is a handout. I'm not sure if the Olean team has the handouts, hard copies. If not, it's okay. It's in the flash drive. Otherwise, just have a good conversation. You can talk about the examples that we just went over, or you can think about new ideas, new opportunities, training, rep development, receptionist, management development. What's your desired result? What's the simple system, the simple focus, and what's the what's in it for them conversation? Ready, go. All right. I apologize for cutting the discussions short. Hopefully there will be some more discussion about these topics on a bathroom break, but I want to run into the second part of my message, and the last part of a system is keeping the system going through recognition. Recognition is the most underutilized tool in our business. Recognition drives the system. It promotes your desired results and it promotes your simple focuses. It makes people feel good and it provides the what's in it for them. Why do reps sell? Because they feel good, they have people to call, and they have a plan. Simple focus. So my team meeting is an award ceremony. We're going to reenact that in a minute here. I have 2 desired results for creating PPR, and that's reps hitting the newsletter and reps hitting 30%. The newsletter, I have a metric that we talked about last year, 2.5 to 1. So for every person on the newsletter, multiply that by 2.5, and that's your sales report for the week. If you want to have a 50K week, it's 20 on the newsletter. If you have 10 on the newsletter, it's a 25K week. If you want to have a $100,000 week, it's 40 on the newsletter. We had 2 weeks this summer at $130,000 in sales back to back. Both weeks, 50 on the newsletter. Our goal wasn't 130. Our goal was 50 reps over 1,000 for the week. Our summer goal was to hit $1 million in sales. I have a metric, 30% promotion, the top 25 campaign to date report. Whatever your number 25 is for the campaign, add a couple zeros, and that's your sales report for the campaign. So in order to have $1 million summer, the focus was rep number 25 at 10,000. This summer, we had 27 reps over $10,000 in sales and eclipsed the $1 million mark. So our focus is driving 30% and driving the newsletter. Matt calls it the dirty 30. So recognizing reps who hit it, it drives reps who didn't. It creates their desire, their why, and their own desired result. It also creates consistency for those who hit it, making them feel good and public accountability for consistency. Teaching through recognition reteaches the systems that we just looked at. It creates credibility in the system, belief in the system, and a culture of following the system, following the fundamentals. It's evidence and proof, and it makes people feel good. So welcome to team meeting recognition. Will the following reps, when I call your name, please stand up. We're going to give you 1 clap. Mr. Dan Faraday, 1 order for the week. Shears Holster, Dan Faraday, 1 clap, 1, 2, 3. James Crittenden, 1 sale for $54. Trimmer, 1, 2, 3. And stay standing. This is from a 3 to 250 group right here. James Patterson, 1 sale for $54. Trimmer, nice job, dude. 1, 2, 3. And Aaron Forsman, 174 for the week. 2 orders. Nice job, Aaron. 1, 2, 3. Hey, guys, I want to thank you. I know it's probably a little bit embarrassing to stand up at the meeting with only a little bit of CPO. I know you're much more capable of producing big weeks, and I know you're not excited about your result. But I want to tell you that no matter what you sold, you're an important part of our team. Whether you sold $100, $1,000, or $10,000, we need everyone. We need everyone to contribute. So even though you don't think that your sale was important, it was a big reason why we had the week that we did. So I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it. Your team appreciates it. And I know that this week, you're going to step up and increase your sales report. So let's give the 4 of these guys a big round of applause. $250 to $500, Mr. Ryan Casey, $256. Stand up, 1, 2, 3. Charlie Urudia, Eurisha, whatever the heck your name is, stand up. Three sales, 320. So check that out. 3 sales. Nice job, Charlie. 1, 2, 3. John Bedford, 2 sales, 339. 1, 2, 3. Michael Dobson, 1 sale, 399. 1, 2, 3. Jessica Perez, 3 sales, 467. 1, 2, 3. And John Israel, 2 sales, 499. On the cusp of the next level. Great job. Hey, I want to tell you guys that you are right on the verge of hitting that newsletter. A couple orders, couple sales. If you look at it, your averages were fine. You notice the numbers up here, your averages are fine. The only difference is you didn't do enough demos. With a couple more demos, couple more phone calls, you could be right there on the newsletter. But I want to say thank you for being a big contribution to our team. A big focus on our team is no goose eggs. Find a way to make a sale every single week. Show up to the team meeting with at least 1 sale, 1 order. So I want to say thank you. Major contribution to the team. Big reason why we had a big sales week and we were number 1 in the region this week. Let's give all these guys a big round of applause. 500 to 1,000. Mr. Nick Matlack, 2 sales for 506. 1, 2, 3. Kevin Barth, KB, 2 sales, 556. 1, 2, 3. Guy Baez, 1 sale for 704. 1, 2, 3. Look at that order, 704. That must have been a galley plus 6. Kimberly Gross, 4 sales. Nice job, Kimberly. 745. 1, 2, 3. Will Haugen, 3 sales for 809. 1, 2, 3. Kevin Hinley, 5 orders. Awesome job, Kevin. If you guys notice, not the biggest average order, but 5 sales for the week. That is big. Excellent job, Kevin. Let's give Kevin one big clap. 1, 2, 3 for 880. And David Young, 2 sales for 943. Almost on the newsletter. Excellent job, David. 1, 2, 3. Now, I know it's frustrating. Stay standing. I know it's frustrating. I've been there before. I can't tell you how many times I've been between 500 and 1,000 just missing the newsletter. I know it's frustrating. I know I could see it in your face. You're frustrated. You're pissed. You wish you were coming up to the front of the room for the $1,000 mark. I get it. But here's the thing. I never had a week where I barely missed the newsletter and didn't hit it the next week, because now you have the motivation, you have the desire, and now everyone knows you're going after it this week. So I'm counting on you. In order to hit our goal, we need you guys, the 7 of you, to hit the newsletter this week. Can I count on you? Yes. Everyone point to them and say, next week. Next week. All right. Now it's time for the $1,000, the newsletter, the featured event of our team meeting. I want to bring on stage, and if I call your name, you're going to come up on stage. You're going to line up behind me, $1,000 over there, working our way up. Mr. Wes Goddard. Wes Goddard is an assistant manager on our team, and what I love about Wes is he leads by example. What I love about our assistant managers is they work so hard every single day in the office. Nice job, dude. Hey, proud of you. Work so hard every single day, leading by example. Wes works 5 days a week in the office and still had the time to hit the newsletter. 3 orders, 1,010. He knows how important the newsletter is to our team. He knows how important it is to our goal, and he wasn't going to let himself not hit it. So congratulations. Give Wes a big round of applause. Mr. Matt King, 7 sales. 7 sales, and we're going to line up just like we did the past couple weeks when you hit the newsletter. Mr. Wes, over on this side, we're going to line up this way, lowest on that side, up to the highest. Mr. Matt King. What I love about Matt is his consistent phone time. There's never a day that goes by where Matt doesn't make 20 phone calls. He knows the key to getting demos is consistent phone time. Now, we have good days and bad days. We have good phone times and bad phone times. And, you know, it was great. A couple days ago, Matt was a little bit frustrated in the office because he made 50 phone calls and only 2 people answered, didn't get a single demo set up, but he came in the next day, made 50 more phone calls, set up 10 demos for the week, turned into 7 sales, 1,090 in sales. Good days and bad days, perseverance, persistence, and phone time. Let's give Matt King a huge round of applause. Mr. Ben Jackson, new guy. Where did you come from? Right out of training. Nice job, Ben Jackson. First promotion, first weekend. New kid on the block. It's good to meet you, dude. Ben's assistant manager, Wes, told me that he's hardworking, he's always phoning, and he's very competitive. Ben, welcome to the team. The way to get great at Cutco is repetition and passion. Hitting the newsletter once is great, but hitting it over and over and over again is the key to getting results in our business. Now, you hit the newsletter your first weekend, $1,000 in sales. If you hit the newsletter every week from now until Christmas, that's going to be over your 30% promotion, well on your way to your 40% promotion. Think about where you'll be if all you did was hit the newsletter every single week. Congratulations. Let's give Ben a round of applause. Our transfer rep from Canada, Miss Angie McDougall. She doesn't give up, eh? What I love about Angie is she never gives up. She was at 0 for the week going into Monday. And as you can see from the roller report, 2 sales, 1106, sold a homemaker on Monday night to get her on the newsletter. She knows how important it is to get on the newsletter. She knows how important it is for our team. Thank you so much for your perseverance. Thank you so much for never giving up, because you never know what the next day is going to bring. Your best days always come after your worst days, and your biggest sales always come after your no sales. Congratulations. Let's give Angie a round of applause. David Powders, 3 sales, 1223. What I love about David is he builds the team through personal recruits. Now, his friends were working on the team. Mr. Jackson is his new recruit that he just told about the job. And what I love about David is he builds the team, but he'll never let his friends beat him in sales. His goal this week was to beat Ben. He said, there's no way I'm going to let my friend beat me in sales. So congratulations, excellent job, and thank you for helping build the team through your friends. David is always giving more names to our receptionists. He's always calling his buddies to get them in for interviews because he knows how great this opportunity is, and he wants to share it with the people around him. Let's give David a round of applause. Asim Hafiz. What I love about Asim is he's a student of the business. He follows the manual and follows the approaches. I asked him the other day, I said, why are you selling so much Cutco? He said, I'm just reading the thing. What I love about Asim is he just follows the manual, no eye contact. He just follows the program, and that's why he's such a successful rep on our team. You know what else I love about Asim? You can see 1 sale for $1,587. He went on a field training last week. Next demo after his field training, signature set. Get on a field training. Anybody who goes on a field training, I promise you, some of your biggest sales will come right after a field training. Be like Asim, go on field trainings. Excellent job. Let's give him a round of applause. Mr. Ryan Tremler. Nice job, dude. What I love about Ryan is he's always focused on a minimum of 7 demos a week. Now, we talk about it in training. We talk about it at our team meetings. 7 demos for $1,000 in sales. He knows it. He gets it. He works the program. He works the system. 7 demos every single week as a minimum. And if you can look at it, he had this week, he had 11 demos, 8 sales, 2017. Now, since you were over 2,000, you guys can squeeze down a little bit. The 2,000s and above go on this side, so you can stay over here. Nice job, Mr. Tremler. $2,000, and what a phenomenal rep on our team. What I love about Ryan is he calls in every day, 10 times a day. He's the best PDIer on our team. He's always calling in. He's always consistent getting tips and coaching and mentoring from his assistant manager, Wes. So the more you talk to Wes, the more you sell. Excellent job. Great leadership, Wes, and great PDI. Be like Ryan and PDI every single day. Let's give Ryan a big round of applause. John Wasserman, man, this guy's been on our team for a long time. Was is, we'll wait for you to come up. Was is always consistent. He's always on the newsletter. He knows the key to doing great in this job is hitting the newsletter. He's never had a week, get this, never had a week over $3,000 in sales. Never had a week over 3,000, but he's always on the newsletter. He just hit his FSM promotion. Let's give Wasserman a huge round of applause. Kathy Vasquez Tanaya. Coming to the front of the room. What I love about Kathy, check this out. Look at how many orders. 7 orders, 3,107. Now, Kathy doesn't come from the best part of town. Kathy lives in a, you don't mind if I say, lives in a little bit of a lower income part of town. She focuses on the 5-pay. The reason why she's so successful with Cutco is she focuses on the 5-pay. She sells sets like clockwork, because she focuses on the 5-pay. So focus on the 5-pay. Make sure you get some tips from her during the phone jam. Great job, Kathy. Let's give her a round of applause. $3,000 in sales. Check this out. JD, Justin Donald. 6 weeks in a row on the newsletter. I'm impressed with the 48-78, but Justin, what I'm more impressed with is your consistency on the newsletter. 6 weeks in a row, 4 more weeks on the newsletter. That'll be 10 weeks in a row. You'll get 8 table knives in a something and engraved with Thousandaires Club. Excellent, excellent job. So proud of you. Newsletter winners, you can stay up because we've got some special pin promotions. At this point, we'll do 1,000, 3,000, and 6,000. I want to recognize some special people who hit their 30% promotion. This is our induction ceremony to 30%, the most important promotion that you can get because it means that you are on your way to 50%. You're on your way to becoming a superstar in our business. I want to bring up Mr. Greg Cothran. Greg has an incredible attitude. He never gets down. He has no sales. He has bad weeks just like everybody on stage, but he never gets upset. He never gets his 30% promotion. Front of the room. Where is he? Oh, the light's blinding me. Greg, see, we have lights in our office here. We have a big operation. Nice job, dude. I'm so proud of you. Excellent attitude, excellent work, and pretty soon I know you're going to be at your 50% promotion if you keep on doing the things that you're doing. So proud of you. Let's give Greg a round of applause. And Katie Nosal, $10,000 promotion. Katie is a competitor. She hates losing. She never gives up, and she doesn't like losing to anyone. Excellent, excellent work. She makes phone calls every day. She does demos every day. She's a champion in our business. Let's give Katie a big round of applause. When you recognize people, it's always inspiring to the leader. It always refuels your gas tank. It doesn't take energy. It doesn't take preparation. All it takes is genuine love and appreciation for the people around you. At the end of my meetings, I always recognize my assistant manager staff, people in my office that make a big difference every single day. Sharing the love, something I got from John Kane many years ago. Even as a rep, just listening to him give messages and sharing the love and sharing the appreciation. Every opportunity I get, I share the love. So I want to take an opportunity, just like I would do with my assistant managers, to recognize a couple people who made a direct impact on this message, on the results that we are currently getting in our office this year. And you guys can come to the front of the room, and we can line up on stage in front of the newsletter representatives like my assistant managers do. Mr. Carl Gedris. Carl has given me the gift of thinking like an executive as a business owner. I wouldn't be where I am right now if it weren't for somebody to look up to like Carl when I was a new DM. Carl, you mean a lot to me, you mean a lot to my business, and you definitely helped inspire a lot of the thoughts and a lot of the ideas today. Mike Muriel gave me the gift of simplicity. Keeping it simple, not overthinking, not overanalyzing, and all of the special conversations that we've had over the years have really developed a lot of my philosophies that I have now. Thank you, Mike. Dave Madrid, teaching me the importance of want to versus need to conversations. Dave, that was probably the most inspiring, impactful conversation that I've ever had in my career with Vector. I know it didn't mean a lot to you at 2 o'clock in the morning in Vegas, but it meant a lot to me. Appreciate it. Earl Kelly, my role model from when I was 15 years old. Wes brought me to Earl's office when I was 15. I was new, I was young, I had no idea what I was doing, and I wasn't working, by the way. I wasn't a 15-year-old recruit. Wes was there to pick up rope and leather. I'm only 21 now. But Earl is just the guy to look up to. He's fun, he's loving, and Earl, thank you for being the guy who told me when I was 15, you're going to work for me one day. Lloyd Reagan, my brother from another mother. Lloyd, we're twins in the business. Everything we say, we do, we think about, identical. Love having you as my region manager. Love the way that you give me creative freedom and you let me make the programs that I want to. Patty Breton. Patty, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be here right now. When I first came into the business as a new district manager, I looked up to you. You were my mentor. You were my leader. You were my rabbit. And I wouldn't be in the position that I am as quickly as I am if it weren't for your guidance. Thank you. Trent Booth, my personal and professional coach. Been working with Trent for 5 years. I don't know where I would be right now in my life or my business if it weren't for the guidance of Trent Booth. About 5 years ago, he asked me, what does a 100K week look like? About 3 years ago, he asked me, what does a $2 million year look like? Thank you, Trent. Wes Frank, my brother, everything that I've done in my life has been because of you, from tennis to youth group to Penn State to Vector. I followed in your footsteps the entire way. You're one of the most underrated managers in our business. Thank you. So we talked about getting results. Simplify your business. Think about your desired results. Create a system based on those desired results. Give the whys, the what's in it for them. Fuel it with recognition and appreciate the people around you. What systems will you create this fall? What systems will drive your 2013 and beyond? And what if the effort you put into your systems could set you on a path towards financial success and security for the next 10 to 15 years? Thank you.